When last we left our chosen, Lev was finishing up his orders for the tavern and then headed home for the night. The next morning, he was treated to a very unique breakfast made by his sister Katya. She has mastered 4 recipes that has thoroughly impressed Lev, which leads him to hire his sister as a cook in his new business that she only just learned about right now. Mirrodin decides to make a good first impression at work by going on patrol in the public park. Bidding farewell to Lev and his family, he goes to work, and we'll get to that after. Lev heads out to the All Goods Emporium to place an order for the party he's planning tonight as the grand opening. He then heads to Ruby's dojo for the grand opening of hers. Legs. Upon arriving, he sees pretty much all his co-workers, except maybe a few. Many guards, many people he met at one point, but can only talk to so many as things begin to happen. He meets a young girl named Luvi, who is the adopted child of Ruby, and Vitalia becomes instant friends with her. Lev's boss, Charles made a deal with Ruby that whoever wins the exhibition match between Lev and Ruby will receive a full month fund from the Heroes Guild for their business. The battle commences, and at first it seems like Lev had the upper hand with some well-placed spells to weaken Ruby, but through careful tactics, Ruby managed to turn the tables. After a hard-fought battle, Ruby comes out the winner, though Lev was impressive as always despite the damage gap. The crowd then head over to Lev's tavern that he named the Lion's Den. There he offered free booze and food for the grand opening. Puts on a performance to entertain the crowd while everyone drinks and make merry. Abby returns to report to Lev about something concerning. The crime syndicate hasn't done a single thing today, and that's a concern. She believes they are amassing their forces for something, but she doesn't know what. She goes back to continue scouting while a drinking contest starts up, with Ruby drinking literally everyone under the table. Later, after everyone leaves, Ruby and Lev clean up the tavern, and she tells him about her story before she died, the second time. She lived with Vikkel, Azure, Luvi, and this messed up girl named Livy, because everyone's names sounded way too goddamn similar. She plans to bring Luvi home to Asherberg, far across the country to the east. She wants Lev to go with her after the war is over. Lev agrees, and Ruby goes in to kiss him. They then share some dice rolls against each other and spend the night at the tavern. But earlier in the day, while all that fun stuff was happening and Lev got smashed, so did Ruby.
Woo!
Mirrodin, during that day, you, after waking up the day after getting your new job at the Heroes Guild, you go out on a patrol to get used to the job. Also, it's Lev that has time off, not you. You just got hired, so you technically have to go to work. Uh-huh. The public park was recommended as it would put you more in your element, as there's less industrial to the place. It's more of a just like a natural park with some walkways and some benches and tables for people to sit at. But other than that, it's left completely natural. Put on some casual walking around town music. The day is bright and sunny, bit of a nip in the air, but nothing uncomfortable. And you start by doing a thorough walkthrough of the park and the surrounding area. I want you to do an investigation check.
Interrogation?
Investigation.
Oh.
Way too cheerful. Get rid of the chair.
Yep.
Only there was a chair in the arena. Well, you do like a perimeter walk. You don't discover anything anything out of the ordinary. There's just not really any people here. Seems like everyone's gone somewhere for some sort of event. So the park's pretty empty. But roll a perception as you just finish completing your perimeter walk.
Okay.
Oh dear.
You.
Now you see what's really happening. Everyone's hiding in the bushes. And they all have pig masks on.
What?
Just kidding. Yeah,
Is
what
that a reference to the new show?
new show? What?
There's a new show coming out on TV called Tell Us a Story or something like that.
Never heard of it.
Uh,
Anyway,
sorry.
Meriden, you see someone in the park practicing his moves on some large boulders, like generic anime training.
Okay, so he's just punching the boulders.
No, he seems to be doing magic. You never actually met this person, as it was the fake you that met him in the past. But he is the only one here, and it's odd to see just like some random. Well, with that perception check, actually, you notice the Heroes Guild badge on him, and he seems to be God, yeah, double net 20. I have to tell you everything. Yeah, he's practicing his magic. It's like half magic, half like melee combat.
Okay.
He has radiant white hair. He wears like almost like a ninja robe crossed with a wizard robe. He seems to be very magically adept. He also has a very unique sword in his hand that he's wielding, and the blade is as bright as his hair. But he seems to be struggling and just about passes out on the rocks next to him.
Oh, well, if I notice that he is, what's the word? I always want to use distress, but he's not a damsel in distress or anything.
No, he's there by himself, but
No.
he's basically pushing himself to the point of extreme exhaustion, and he's like passing out, like just not leaning against the rocks trying to catch his breath. He like falls onto the rock, and he's just breathing very haggardly.
Okay, yeah, Mirrodin is curious and goes over.
Yeah, you just see this guy breathing heavily on a rock, trying to like get the strength back in his legs. He kind of just like hits his fist off the rock, and he seems pissed off about something.
And goes up. Hi. How
His
are you doing?
his hair is like all sweaty and drooped over his face a bit, but there's like a gap between like his hair where you can see one really widened eye, and he looks at you, kind of just like gives you a look down. He sees your badge. You you a new member?
Thanks for my first day.
Oh, kind of like stands himself back up, kind of just like floofs his hair back. He's very worn out. He extends a hand to you. I'm Lumine. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, Mirrodin.
Nice to meet you, Meriden. Wait a minute. You look familiar. We met.
Do I know him or
No,
would that be past?
you don't know. You've
Okay.
never met him. You just noticed that he is wearing a badge, so he is one of your coworkers.
Hmm.
And you notice on the rocks, he's surrounded by three large like boulders, and they all have like cut marks, like a blade cut through the rock, but it's very deep. Like whatever he's cutting with, the sword that you saw earlier, whatever that sword is made of, it can cut through material very easily. But he seems to be having trouble cutting through completely. You also notice like just like other marks beside around the cut of the on the rocks. There's like something added to the blade, maybe some sort of element. But yeah, he's been like hammering away at these rocks, trying to practice his new moves. What?
Mirrodin gestures to the boulders this looks pretty impressive. What are you trying to accomplish?
Oh,
Just
well, I only recently got out of the hospital, so I've been out of the loop. I missed out on a lot of stuff that happened. Uh, Trying to master these new abilities and this new sword that I got. But it's hard to get back in the swing of things. Can't quite get the technique down. It involves high-level magic spell, but also sword mastery as well.
oh, sounds impressive.
Well, it'd be impressive if I could actually do it.
Well, it also sounds like some very serious magic. So yes, that's gonna be exhausting
And on top of that, I'm trying to learn transformation magic.
for yourself,
Yes.
or
He points to kind of like points to just as his like limbs and around his chest that are outside of the clothes. Um, you see that he does have some bandages on him, especially around his torso. Like his bandages, like going up around the collarbone, the shoulders, and even up through the neck a little bit.
hmm. So how long were you in the hospital for?
Uh, a few days, I think. I was unconscious for all of it, but when I woke up and I was told about what happened, I immediately got up and went to training. He points over to the park bench, just like across, like behind you, basically. And over there is a woman sitting at the table. She's human, with darker skin, long dark brown hair, and she wears glasses. She's kind of dressed like a doctor.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's our guild doctor, Shoko.
Oh,
She wouldn't let me go alone. Kind of just like glares over. It's like I just fucking trying to concentrate. She's just sitting there, just waiting till he passes out. Just has a big old grin on her face. Yeah. Hey. I have a small favor to ask, if you don't mind.
sure. What is it?
Would you mind sparring with me? I need someone who can actually fight back in order to master these abilities.
I see. Yeah, sometimes running against either imaginary opponents or
Hitting a rock only accomplishes as much as hitting a rock.
exactly. Well, your sword is terrifying, but I would like to spar
Well,
with you guys.
he sheathes the sword. It's
Oh,
like, well, I mean, I don't need to use the sword. Plus, he points out that the doctor over there, if anything happens, she could like heal us. So it's not a death match.
true. Yes.
Yeah, he just needs really someone that can like dodge and move around and fight back. So you agree to spar with this guy?
I think Mirrodin. Well, actually, hang on.
You should be at full.
So,
You should be at full power. You had a long rest.
am I at full power? Let's see here.
You should be. You just got up.
Right. Yeah, I just need to make sure I shoot.
Okay. I think I put everyone like at the end of a session if they had a long rest or went back to the house to sleep. I think I usually put everyone back to full anyway, just to make sure.
Hmm. Yeah. No. Mirrodin is sad, but
Mirrodin,
he wants.
squishy
He wants.
mirror. He's gonna do some sparring.
Mirrodin wants to know if this is just a physical spar or if there are spells involved or involved.
Well, we're not trying to kill each other, but you can go all out.
Oh, okay.
The doctor woman, she kind of like yells out, "Don't hold back. If anything, if you do, you probably just hurt his pride." Lumine kind of just like grumbles, it's just, "Shut up."
Okay. Well, yeah, Mirrodin was just
Hello?
yeah, just to get the rules.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just like any battle.
Okay. Yes, Mirrodin accepts.
Okay. Hold on, I'm waiting for the map to fully load in. There we go.
Let me. Mirrodin. Do you need my token?
Yeah, just click on, yeah, rolling initiative.
Oh no, I mean on the map.
It's already there.
Damn it. Where is it?
Do you not see yourself?
There we are.
Yeah, it does cut out a bit when you're talking. Yeah, around the
Really?
park. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh. I shouldn't be lagging.
Alright. Roll initiative when you're able. Ooh. Oh boy. It's like I just wanted to go on patrol. Now I have to do this. Get some battle music. Yeah, just regular battle. The one Andrew likes.
So.
Okay, so Illuminate's first. And I gotta see what he can do. Alright, so you mentioned that he's been struggling with his spells. Alright, I'm gonna have to roll something for him, because the reason why is because he's not in good, stable condition, so doing magic that affects his body physically is hard on him. So I'm gonna roll. Okay. So you see Illuminate beginning to expand. Bigger. And then bigger. And he turns into, actually, I'm gonna do this. Where is it here? Turns into a giant golden ape.
Okay.
Grape. Well, this is one of the abilities he's trying to learn. Turn into a grape. Turn into a grape. So yeah, there's this giant fucking golden monkey in front of you now. He's about 30 feet tall and buff. And he has like kind of a pot belly. Right, that was his action. Okay, so now it is your action. Here, your turn. Mirror's just looking up. Oh. Oh. It's your turn, Mirrodin.
Okay. Mirrodin is gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's because I had to switch tokens.
Yeah. Mirrodin is gonna cast Frostbite.
Okay. Frostbite, and he has to do con save. Hold on, I have to get, since he uses this form's stats. Let's see, con save. 22.
Passes.
Okay. So you kind of just like bristle his fur a little bit with some frost, and then nothing happens. Is that your turn, or?
Mirrodin's gonna move back a bit because he wants to get some distance. And I can only do 35.
30, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 30.
Yeah, right there on that bush. He's just hiding the bushes. He's like, oh god. All right, big boy's turn. All right. Now see if you can actually stay in this form and move properly. Okay, he's very sluggish as he moves. He just like takes heavy steps, like. Urgh. He's like, it's like he's dragging his feet, like he has like heavy chains or weights attached to him. So he's like, urgh. Urgh. He's
Yeah.
like, he stops. He's like. He also can only speak in ape form. Okay, that was his movement. And he is going to try to throw a punch at you. Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
That was with disadvantage. All right, so he throws a big old monkey fist at you. You take 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bloody hell.
He is a giant ape.
Yeah.
But he like throws one punch at you, hits you, you almost like smash into the ground, just about. And he kind of stops, like, and he's only getting one punch this turn. So your turn.
Okay.
So while everyone's out having a party, and at this point, I mean, Lev would be getting his face punched in by Ruby. Simultaneously, on the other district, Meriden getting his face punched in by a giant monkey.
Yeah.
Parallels. So what's Meriden gonna do? It's his turn.
Jordan is gonna cast.
Let Meriden play himself. Go telling other players.
Gonna cast Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave. Okay, roll it.
Let me just.
At what level?
Yes, that's.
Gonna play it first level or? Ooh. What level did you cast it at?
Level 3.
Level 3. Okay,
yeah.
And that's a con save. Let's see here. Con save. Ooh. So, you hit him with that. The form takes the damage, but, oh wait, no, that's for the spell. So he fails that. This form takes, let's see, what's that? 16, yeah, in full amount, so, okay. And then he has to do to maintain spell. Oh yeah, no. Still maintains.
Okay.
Okay.
And he gets pushed. If he failed, he gets pushed back.
How many feet is it? 10?
10, yep.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just, this like force blast. Just big, huge boom.
Shouted at him. It was great.
Yeah, you just dragon shout this giant monkey back. This kaiju. Okay. And is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Okay. Alright, Big Monkey's turn. Now I have to roll to see, because he's in... I have to do extra rolls for him to maintain his spells besides the normal ones. Oh, shit. Hold on. Do that. There. He reverts back to normal.
Oh.
still has his action. Alright. Let's see here. What else does he have? Alright. This is a new spell that I've never used before, so... Alright, you see him beginning to charge this powerful buildup of arcane energy in his fist, and it begins to coat his hand in like a... He kind of like flattens his hand to be like a blade.
Okay.
Oh, it teleports. Alright. So you see him just disappear completely. Change token there. It disappears completely, reappears behind you. This is part of the attack, and he is going to do a disadvantage. 12 doesn't hit you, right?
No,
No.
doesn't.
Yeah, he basically just punches forward or like thrusts forward with his hand, and just massive shockwave of arcane energy just pierces across the park, tearing up the ground. It's like he just misses you from the side and just goes this way. And that failed. And he only has one of those. And after doing that, oh shit, he kind of just plops to the ground. Okay, I can't. I'm spent.
He's spent?
Yeah, he kind of just like plops to the ground, just completely exhausted. And you notice, you notice where the where he did that last attack. All the like the robes and the bandages on his arm are kind of like completely destroyed, and you see like electrical burn marks on his arm. They look scarred over, like it was something that previously happened to him. And that's the end of the battle.
That's completely shocking. He was like, what? That's it. No, like, you didn't say that out loud. You didn't say that out loud.
Every turn that he had like a spell active, I was rolling to see if he can even cast the spell because of his exhaustion. And so he's just kind of on the ground. He's completely spent. Also, he was just pushing himself trying to do the spells on those rocks, so he's already exhausted. But you see on the ground, like, if that last attack hit you, you would have been down.
Yeah.
Like, it pierced across the ground. The rock that it did hit over here, that's basically gone.
Wait. I should go out there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. He looks over, is like, well, I got one of the rocks. Shoko, I can't move again. She walks over, and how much damage did you take?
22.
22. Oh yeah, you only got to hit once. I gotta get her sheet. I didn't open her sheet.
Yeah, that's like half my health. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. The punch was actually weaker than the spell he cast after. He would have taken 41 points of force damage if it hit.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Roll an Arcana check to know what that spell was. The last one that he cast. 9. It's not the type of spell that you would know. It's not a druid spell.
Okay.
But whatever spell he had is a high-level spell and really hard to do. Where the fuck did I put it? No, that's City Heroes Guild. There we go. Alright. I only recently made her. No, that's single target. Here we go. Shoko comes over and she casts Mass Cure Wounds.
Woohoo!
So you get back 15, and so does Lumine. Okay. There we go. She begins like picking Lumine up. He's like, thanks. When everything's calmed down a bit, we should go on patrol together.
Sorry, what was that?
He in his exhausted state as Shoko is picking him up. Stealing my words. He mentions when everything is like calmed down with the war, we should go on like a patrol or something together. Basically, he's trying to invite you to like hang out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, agrees to that.
Yeah. He's like, bye bye, magical man. He kind of just like passes out as she's dragging him off. He's like, oh boy. Thanks for indulging him. I've been trying to convince him to stop for the day, but I swear he's as stubborn as Loon. Which makes sense. He is his apprentice.
Ah, I see.
Yes. Mirrodin, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Charles Dune mentioning he hired someone yesterday. I'm the guild doctor, Shoko. If you lose a limb or have a severe injury, it's my job to put you back together. She kind of says that with a smile on her face, like she's expecting. Well, I gotta get this guy back to the infirmary.
Yes, well, good luck with him, and yeah, continue the good work. Being
Oh,
guild doctor.
it is, especially when you have someone like this idiot and his master, Loon, literally destroying themselves every time they do anything. Well, take care. And she kind of just like drags him off to back to the guild. It's just down the street. And put you back in city map. Alright. So, after meeting Loon, you got your blood pumping now. You got punched in the face by a giant monkey. Constantine movie. What?
Picture the scene.
Oh yes. Well,
Oh.
not quite like that. Now, if it was like the crime syndicate's boss or something like that, it'd be more accurate. But anyway, yeah. After meeting Lumine, you continue on with your patrol. Still, like maybe lunchtime.
Yeah, just wandering on around a bit.
Now, remember, if you do see something that does seem illegal, you use the hero's badge to report it in. But you haven't yet. Just met Lumine. He was literally destroying himself, trying to get stronger.
Yep, and he was being supervised.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, he had a medical professional there by his side, so. So now that you've gone around the park and met him, pick where you would like to patrol next. Since the park seems relatively empty and safe. Especially now, this Luminate's not exploding rocks. Mirrodin just like skips along. So So where would Meriden like to go to do his next patrol?
Um,
All the focus is on you today. Haha.
oh dear. Probably just travel up to the market district and then not there if there's not anything there, then go along to the arena.
Okay. So you head on up to the patrol district, or the market district for your patrol district. Fuck Christ. So for this you can do either investigation or perception.
I'm gonna do perception just because it's a higher roll.
So 11. You don't really see anything like out of the ordinary. Like nothing's really going on in the city today. Like
Okay.
people seem like despite the fact that there's war coming on, most people seem very confident in their chances despite the numbers factor, where they don't have an army while the enemy has an army. But everyone seems to be fairly confident in their own abilities and the resources that they have available. So you don't see like panic or any distress in just the regular people. You do, however, weren't paying attention to where you were going, and you bump into two individuals. One, you kind of just like walk right into the abs of this one guy. Actually, not even the abs. You like come up maybe to his hips. One is a very big buff man with horns. He looks like a gladiator. He looks kind of human, but he has horns on his head, and he's 12 feet tall. And
Wow.
riding on his shoulder is a pale blue-skinned woman riding on his shoulders, and she also has horns, but she looks kind of more like, almost like a tiefling a bit.
Okay.
Right? Just like has like a pale blue skin to her instead. And the big guy's like, "Oh, apologies, I didn't see you down there." He kind of just like, he's towering over you, blocking the sun, but he's like super friendly as he talks to you.
Yeah, I'm here to say. Yeah, I'm here to say. Oh no, my apologies. I should have seen you.
Well,
But I
um,
wasn't paying attention.
yeah, you notice as you get a better look at this guy, man, you can grind meat on those abs. He's like super buff. His arm is like bigger than you. On his gauntlets, he has like two big gauntlets. He has like horns from a large creature, like two horns on each gauntlet. That looks like oh god, what would they be? Probably tusks, I would say, like large tusks.
Okay.
Uh, are you from around here?
Well, I'm not from here, but I guess I live here now.
Ah,
I work here.
oh well, wonderful. I'm a gladiator, as well as my partner here, the woman sitting up on his shoulders. We're from down south, hoping to participate in the city's arena, but it seems to be closed for the time being. So we're just seeing the sights for now. What exactly is going on in this city? Things seem strange. It was impossible to get in here. Well, not nearly impossible.
Well, wait. Would Mirda know why the arena is closed?
You would know that right now there's no like shows or events going on at the arena, as everything's being more focused on like getting things ready for war.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no events going on there right now.
And says, "Well, you kind of came at a bad time for any events in the arena. Like, there's kind of been shut down recently, light of recent events."
Recent events. What exactly might that be?
Well, the city is preparing itself for war. We're on the brink of a war with what again?
The
What are we
the
fighting?
cult of biking.
Right. Right. There's a war against a bunch of demons?
No, no, the cult that worships the demons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You remember watching Loon fight the leader, the demon himself,
Right.
and but the cult army is still on the way.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
We're preparing for war.
oh, well, that would explain all the armaments I've been seeing. Well, hopefully things don't go too bad. I would like to participate in this city's arena. I heard they have every year or every few years they have this massive tournament to determine who is the strongest in the country, and me and my partner here wanted to participate.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe after the war, the arena will be back open.
Oh, I do
But
hope
I won't.
so. He kind of just like punches like one hand, but like very, very like excited. Can't wait to go fight something. He's just like, can't
Yeah.
wait.
But
Hopefully,
I hope this incoming war doesn't discourage you from staying. I'm sure that the city could use uh, people of your strength in the upcoming battles.
the woman up on his shoulder, she kind of just like leans forward. She's like she's like maybe the size of you.
Yeah.
She kind of like leans forward and looks down at you, and is like, he's a cute one. I should keep my eye on this guy. She kind of
That's
does that
weird.
like she kind of does like that smile where she's like her mouth's like a little open, showing her teeth, but she's like kind of caressing her tongue against like her pointy teeth. Why is Meriden typing? Meriden can just talk.
I know, but I'm doing an action.
Speech balloons appear.
Mirrored waves.
Yeah, you could have just said it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mirrodin's kind of like oblivious to like her intentions, unless he overheard her like saying that he was.
Oh, she
Yeah.
wasn't being quiet about it at all. She was looking
Oh.
directly at you, but she was speaking to her friend here, the big guy.
Oh.
But like she's saying it out loud, and the three of you are all kind of just right here in one spot, so you can hear her say that she thinks you're cute and that she's gonna keep an eye on you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, Mirrodin blushes and really doesn't know what to say.
And then you remember Lev's sister is like, wait, this is similar to Lev's sister. Oh no, danger, stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Well, my name is Abel, and this is my partner, Dura.
Nice to meet you guys.
Kind of like extends his hand out, which could probably grab your torso for a handshake.
Mirrodin hesitates for a moment before like sticking out his own tiny hand to shake
You
the.
have to use like both hands, and he could grab both of them together and just shake you up and down.
Oh
Matter
no,
of
maybe Mirrodin like goes to like grab one of his fingers.
roll. What are you better at, athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics, you're better at.
Yeah.
All right. Roll athletics. Oh my, 9. Yeah. So you grab his finger, but like with his thumb, he like puts his thumb over your finger to like properly shake your hand, and he shakes you up and down.
Oh.
Just flopping in the wind at this point. Why is everyone bigger and stronger than Squishy Meriden? Even the guy who was like exhausted could turn into a giant monkey and punch you into the ground.
Well, it's because Mirrodin is supposed to be a secret badass motherfucker.
Yeah, he's secretly a god. Just kidding. but
No,
he's too
not
shy and timid and squishy to be that. Well, anyway, you meet Dura and Abel. If you put the names together, it sounds like something
uh,
durable.
yeah.
Yeah, they're a glad able to able to. That sounds like a demon. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, you meet them, you say goodbye, and they continue on their merry way. He's like
Well,
walking, like he's flexing his like shoulder muscles and his back as he's walking, and he's kind of like just trying to show off how like big and muscular he is as he's walking through the city. And the woman sitting on his shoulders is just like sitting with like not her legs crossed, but like where she has her legs together and kind of like in a diagonal position in front of her. If that's descriptive enough, I can't. I'm not quite sure exactly how to describe it.
so does she have her legs crossed at the knees or crossed at the ankles?
Not crossed at all. Her legs are together, like just together, but like the way she's sitting, she has her knees bent, and her legs are kind of just like off to the side a bit.
Oh, okay, I see.
Anyway, let's see. Yeah, the duo make their leave, and you continue on your patrols for the remainder of the day. Nothing bad, like no crime, no like heist, no nothing. Like the market district, as you're just like passing there and going to the arena, nothing, not a single bad thing happening,
Okay.
and that's the weird part. Because every day that you've been in this city, something horrible has happened.
No, Muriel's not really the one to go looking for trouble.
And yes, boss, that's basically how her legs were positioned. I really put a lot of emphasis on the legs. Anyway, so evening sets in, and you head back to Lev's house to end the day. No one's home. You do have a key to the house, but yeah, like everyone is gone. You know, Lev had to go do stuff today.
Is the house dark when he enters?
Yeah, the lights are turned off and all that. The door was locked, so they probably went out. They didn't leave a note or anything, but you do remember Lev had to go. Um, he had to go to Ruby's dojo, but that was early in the day, so they're probably gone now. They have no idea exactly, since no one bothered to send a message to Mirrodin.
Okay. Um,
But you
Mir
can head on inside and just like make supper or something.
yeah, exactly. Just all right. No one's home. Just
You
yeah.
just you just been on your feet all day walking around. So you're just getting home after work and you're like, I don't want to go more places.
Exactly.
Head on inside after work. Um, you get supper ready. What would you like to make for supper? You live here basically, so. Hello. Hello.
I'm still here. I'm just thinking.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Or if you want, you can just like roll investigation check through the kitchen because usually you're not the one making the
ah,
food. So
let's see what is in the kitchen first of all.
15.
Investigate.
It seems there's some leftovers of some. Oh god, I gotta find which recipe it was that Kashi was working on. Because Lev ate one of them. Just nom the crap out of that. Where? Let's see. You find. See, you ate the shrimp. I'd imagine one of them probably ate the lemon pepper. You find, since no one really bothered to eat these, you find leftover broiled lobster tails with garlic butter and a white wine sauce. Like a really super fancy dinner that was just putting the leftovers in the fridge.
And people forgot about that?
Well, it might have been like maybe it was like too fancy for some people.
I guess.
It's the
I
only
don't know.
thing it's basically the only thing that's in the leftovers that's like prepared.
Okay.
Anything else you'd have to make yourself. So do you warm up the broiled lobster tail?
Yeah, I think, yeah, as the lobster tails are warming up, Reardon wants to bake some dinner rolls.
Okay.
Dinner biscuits.
So you're gonna bake some of your own. Well, roll me a survival check. 13? Yeah, you managed to make yourself a few. And they don't burn.
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Yep. Nat 1. The house burns to the ground. Then everyone comes home. What the fuck? Hello? What's Meriden doing? He would be livid. What's Meriden doing? Hello? Did Ashley leave?
I don't know, buddy. I think she did.
Oh, you're here.
No, yeah, I've been listening for a while.
Oh, okay. Well, while that's happening, Voss,
Yo.
during the night,
She muted herself.
okay. Probably had to go do something. Well, this will be around the time when Voss was just finishing what he just finished doing. Wink, wink.
Is
And how do you want to hide the severed Catman head?
I kind of changed my mind from before. I thought of burying it in her yard. But it's late at night right now, right?
Yeah, this is when you just got back from like the battle. So it's dark out.
Yeah. I'm gonna head to the fields
Okay.
and try and bury the head.
Okay. Roll a stealth.
Yeah, that's.
All right. See if anyone notices you. As you're going through like the back end of the district and all that, trying to sneak past, like going past the clinic and out into the field, somebody does notice you.
Oh.
Yep, but they don't approach you. Might be because you're like a bloodied old man carrying a giant severed head and running across a field in the middle of the night, so they might not want to come near you. But someone
Are they following me as I go along?
No, they saw you and then they avoided you.
Okay.
But then again, somebody saw you with a severed head, so there might be questions about that later.
Alright.
Roll an athletics check to bury the body, or the head.
Alright. The athletics, you said?
Yes. Okay, 22. Yeah, you dig a deep enough hole, and then you bury it back over, pat it down. You even take like some of the the like stalks of um, whatever was growing there, and you get like as you were putting the dirt back in, you kind of just forcefully plant it back in there and then pat it around so it stays up, so it doesn't look
Make
like
it look perfect.
yeah. So now that that's done, well, you have to go home and have a conversation with your daughter.
Yeah,
Remember,
lovely.
yeah, you already know that she knows what you were going out to do. How that turned out. Are you going to tell her about it, or are you going to hide the fact that you killed a guy? And a blood
I don't think
splattering.
I can lie to my daughter. It just doesn't seem like the type of thing my character would do.
Mhm. Okay. But how are you going to explain all of the? You got healed
Hmm.
from Helkin sending you back, but you still have marks and blood on your body. Like
Yeah.
she's going to ask questions, and you need to know how you're going to tell her. So you head back home.
Yes. At a slow pace, well, I think.
Okay, slowly head back home. It's easy enough to go through the fields up through the into the residential district through Old Town. There's a path. Oh, Hobbit.
I don't get it.
How about it's my sister?
Oh.
Ah,
That's her nickname.
okay. Vance, you head home, and as you're thinking of what to say, in a parallel moment, over where Mirrodin is, Mirrodin's like, finished making and eating supper. Um, you hear, Mirrodin, you hear, now that you're home, you do have to make the report to the guild with your sending badge. Each use is 25 words, so since nothing particularly happened, you basically just say when you do the sending that the patrol in these areas, nothing suspicious to report, stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So you send that there off. You get a response back from Nancy, the old lady, basically saying, "Good to hear you're taking your first day on the job seriously. We appreciate it, and well, let's hope that continues." And then she basically just says goodnight. But it's dark out now, and you hear people coming towards the house with your elf ears. You hear a crowd of people, in fact.
Does Mirrodin recognize the voices?
Roll perception. 20. By the sounds of it, it sounds like the people that live in the house that you're currently staying in.
Zolev's family.
Yes. Yeah, they're all coming back now, and some of them sound drunk. That's gonna be fun to deal with.
Okay, Mirrodin is going to quickly make sure that there are dinner rolls or dinner biscuits like presented on the table, hopefully still nice and warm.
So they all enter the house, and when they walk in, they see you standing in the kitchen with like a small dinner made for everyone.
Yeah.
And Lev's mom, Viola, she's like, "Oh, looking at this, and I wasn't expecting dinner to be made. Well, I mean, we kind of already ate, but well, I think I have room for a few dinner rolls." Everyone kind of just like walks in at once. Lev is not here though. Everyone kind of just bum rushes the kitchen. It's like, oh, dinner rolls, awesome. Yeah, Lev's not here.
Mm.
Mhm. Oh, hello. Oh, Mirrodin doesn't care that your little the guy who like brought you into his home
I
is not
know.
here.
Like
Okay.
as everyone is sort of busy around the table, yeah, Mirden notices that Sylvay'Alla's not there. So he's just like, um, wasn't Lev with you, or is he?
Oh, he stayed behind to clean up the tavern.
Ah,
Him and Ruby stayed behind to clean up the tavern.
well, that was awfully nice of him.
Well, I mean, it's his tavern.
Oh, his tavern. Wait, did Mirda know about that? I don't think.
You were there when he got the place. Yesterday.
Oh, see, I didn't.
Yep, Mirrodin went with him.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wow, Meriden could witness a murder and not realize that murder's happening. All your perception and you're oblivious. You do notice that, let's see, it was Lilia, I think Yosef. Yeah, I think it was just them. Yeah, Lilia, the one that's constantly trying to get in your pants. And Yosef, the guy who's like constantly playing pranks, I believe. It's Yosef, or is that Ivan? No, it's Yosef, prankster or trickster, whatever it is. And friends remember you. So as everyone's like kind of sitting down eating like this the dinner rolls that you made, Lilia kind of like gets up and she's super drunk. And she kind of just like puts her arm like around your shoulders and all that, kind of just like leans into you. It's like, so I guess what Lev's doing tonight, huh? She kind of just like rubbed your face.
Um, Meaning his tavern?
She kind of just has, you hear like a snicker from the other sibling, the Yosef, the one that's drunk. He's sitting at the table. Yeah, he's cleaning someone's tavern. Lilia,
You're just like so confused.
yeah, Lily kind of whispers, like just like leans into your ear, like puts her hand up, and just like whispers into your ear, "They're having sex."
Ugh.
And as she does that, she kind of just like nibbles your ear a bit, but she's drunk, so she basically bites your ear really hard.
um, Mirror like dislodges himself from her, and oh, um, okay, Mirror's gonna try something sneaky. He leans into her and he's like, do you want to go upstairs to your bedroom?
Roll me a charisma with advantage, because
Okay,
she's drunk.
hang on.
Oh my dear God. She kind of just like grabs you, right? And she's like, oh my God, I would love nothing more than that right now.
Okay, so yeah, Mirrodin basically like drags her upstairs.
Roll in athletics. She is drunk and kind of wobbly.
That is true.
Yeah, it's like you basically carry her in your arms like a man
Yeah.
up to her
So, like-
bedroom, and everyone at the table is like first off, Viola, the mother, is just like, wow, just my kids, all of them, just like their father.
Now, can I just like we're just gonna like dump her on her bed, and uh, does any of do healing spells cure like drunkenness?
You've used the spell. Basically, it counts as like a poisoning, like alcohol poisoning. And
Oh,
you've used Lesser Restoration to heal poisoning. Remember the bard that Bickle attacked?
yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
can do lesser
Yeah.
restoration.
And you
Yeah,
saw Viola do the exact same thing to that old guy that was here the other night that was drunk.
cool. So yes, Mirrodin will cast lesser restoration on her. Okay, do Mir. Okay,
Yep.
whatever. Um,
You just you just boop her on the nose and say "Mir," and she's no longer drunk. She
and I
she's
tell her to
she's
get some rest and
being sober is not going to change what she wants.
yeah. Um, what's a way to do this? Um,
You gotta choose your words carefully. You've already nat 20 that charisma. She wants
I know.
what you're packing. She wants
Yeah,
she,
Mirrodin is basically
she wants your quarterstaff.
Mirrodin kneels beside her bed. He's like, "I'm sorry, but I can't be with you like that. You seem like a fine young lady, but
Oh, great.
you,
Smoke alarms are going off. As you
but
say
you
that,
are not.
alarms are going off.
Yeah, but you are not for me.
Ooh.
Shut up, love.
Roll a. You're being honest, right?
Yes, very
Alright.
honest.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, so 7. So she got a 19.
Ouch.
When you put her on her bed, she's sober now and she's fully understanding everything that's happening. And she kind of just, as you lay her on her bed and like kneel next to her, she kind of just like turns opposite side, and you can hear her crying into her pillow.
Yeah.
And she just yells at you to get out of her room.
Yeah, Mirrodin leaves. Mirrodin feels bad, but he leaves.
You come downstairs and there's a lot of raised eyebrows, and someone at the table said, "That was quick."
I thought that was the only way to get her to go upstairs and get some rest. I had to reject her advances, unfortunately, so she's gonna be a little sore the couple of days.
Hmm. Viola, like everyone can hear her crying her face off right now.
Yeah.
Um. Well, it's unfortunate. She seemed to really like you.
Yes.
Lev's mom seems more disappointed in this than like everyone knows that like she was coming on way too strongly and all that, like literally grinding on you. But yeah, Mirrodin's a bad person. Bad Mir.
Yep.
Yeah. But she seems almost like a little disappointed in the fact that you turned her daughter away like that and made her cry. Well, I guess that was unavoidable. Hopefully she'll get over it within the year. Hopefully. Now, since you have a job and you don't look and smell like a homeless person anymore, let's talk about your rent if you're going to be staying here.
Yes. I was going to say that if it's too hard for me to be here anymore, um, Mirren could try and find his own place.
Well, well, no, it's fine having you here. All we have is the couch right now. Since all we have is the couch, how about 5 gold a month? And that covers food, couch, and utilities, everything.
Mirren's like, yeah,
That's cheaper than like any.
yeah, more than fair.
And if you were to get like even a single room apartment, you'd be paying twice that.
Yeah. Mirren just feels bad because he doesn't want to cause like this family any more grief.
I mean, they're all fine with you. It's just Lilia might not be too approachable, but everyone else likes you. Oh no, discourse between player characters. So, do you agree to stay here and pay 5 gold a month?
Yes. Yes.
You can pay your first month right now if you'd like.
Sure.
So 5 gold. Since you've already been staying here and eating their food. And now you are officially a resident, of the Roko family house. Or family home, whatever. And everyone finishes the dinner rolls you made, and they all kind of settle in and go to bed. Yes, that did kind of backfire.
Yep.
Shouldn't have used Lesser Restoration first to make her sober
Maybe.
and coherent so she understands what's happening. After basically making her believe that she's going to get some with you and then turning her down right there. Oh, Lev is going to have words with you in the morning. Speaking of which, morning comes.
Well, I thought I'd just get her to like pass out or something like that. Just like.
Yeah, but you healed her of her drunkenness, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. But I don't have a sleep spell. A sleeping potion.
Oh, oh no, the date rape potion. Anyway, morning comes, and Lev, you, I believe where we left it off with you, Ruby got up. You guys had to clean the tavern again, and then she realized, oh shit, I have to get back to Ruby. So she gets her clothes on and just like bursts out the door.
This is fair. Let's go good.
Yeah, and
Family comes first.
Yep. Roll con check.
All right.
After all that.
Con check. There it is. Whoo.
Your hips hurt like hell.
Oh, got it. I'm gonna be walking funny today.
Yep.
Walking mid bow-legged.
It's like that episode of Futurama with the snoo giant girls.
Yes.
Yes.
We had snoo.
You just walk out of the tavern, look at the glorious sunlight shining down upon you. You put your hands on your hips, and you're like, I had snoo.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm doing.
2 days in a row, pretty much.
I'm very pleased and no stress whatsoever. It was a great vacation? Question mark?
Yep.
Time off?
Time off. So, it's a morning for you. Where do you want to go?
Well, I'm gonna go back home and see how everybody's doing.
Oh boy, we're getting right into it. All right, so you head back out.
Well, I didn't have any plans.
Yeah.
It was clean the tavern and go back home.
Yeah, so I mean, it takes you a little bit to clean up the tavern, lock up, and all that. And as you're going back home, you actually meet up with your youngest sister, Vitalia, because she stayed with Ruby over at the dojo.
Okay.
Yeah, since Ruby stayed with you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say good morning,
Her
Vitalia.
her hair is all ruffled up. She's still super tired. I was like, oh, Liv, you're. She looks at the direction you came from. I was like, wait, did you stay at the tavern all night?
Yeah, I was making sure it was nice and clean.
Oh, I sort of saw Ruby run by a second ago.
Yeah, she stayed to help me.
Roll a. I mean, it's not dishonest, so persuasion.
Okay.
20. Okay, yeah, she believes you. She's too fucking tired to question
Fair
things.
enough. Well, I'm gonna question her. Be like, what the hell are you doing here?
I took Luvi home because Ruby was staying behind last night.
Oh, well,
I,
thank you for doing that.
I stay with her. Is it all right if I like bring Luvi over to hang out at the house sometimes?
Absolutely, I would love to have her over.
I guess I should ask Mom that, but she
She'd be fine with it.
probably. But she seems like she needs a friend or someone to talk to. She has a lot of baggage.
I could feel that way too. I'm sure Ruby's
She has watched more
mentioned
people
it many
die
times.
than any of us.
I don't doubt that. It's a tough world.
Yeah, and then she was basically kidnapped.
I'm gonna give her a noogie and hug her. You're the best sister ever.
I stuff in my head. I'm too tired. She's like
Joking. I'm gonna pinch her cheeks.
she's like super sleepy, groggy little sister.
I love it. It's horrible.
DM, check Discord. What? Stop interrupting the thing. What?
There's the question, I guess.
I don't. Can't.
It's related to what I can talk about, so I'm just asking beforehand.
Basically, no one would really be able to do anything about it. But it's probably better to not tell about it.
I'll probably be honest with her, so.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Anyway, you head on.
Oh, okay.
You head
You're
on
right.
back. Yes.
Okay.
I'm phlegmy.
Okay, I see where.
Anyway, you head on back home with your little sister. She's dragging her feet behind. She's taking forever.
Can I try and carry her?
Yeah, acrobatics, because you have your stupid feet.
Whoops.
10. I mean, she's a little runt, so she's easy enough to pick up. But like, she's too tired. It's like, oh yay, I don't have to.
Adorable.
It's just like you carry her on your back, like piggyback, and she just falls asleep.
Yeah.
And you feel drool kind of just like running down your neck now. It's like,
ooh,
it's gross.
lovely. Love you too, sis. Anyways, on the way back home.
So you walk in the house. Mirrodin's asleep on the... Well, not really asleep. He's just like laying there on the couch. It looks like he has the weight of the world on his shoulders right now.
Yeah. What's got you all fucking... I can't say fucking. What's got you all, tired?
Father.
Oh, you cut out.
Oh, sorry. Better?
Nah, I can hear you now.
Mirrodin's like, not tired, just bothered. I didn't handle a situation well earlier.
Oh?
Yeah.
Go on. Well, what happened? You're very lucky that... By the way, out of character, you're very lucky that you're explaining it before I get to hear that my sister was crying because of you.
Yeah.
Elves, they don't sleep unless they choose to, but they don't really need sleep, so he's awake.
Yeah. Well, Mirrodin says, before I tell you, I have to apologize in advance. Made your sister cry.
You what?
Yeah. Which one was it again? Damn, I suck at names.
Lilia.
It was, Lilia, she was rather drunk when she came home, and well, Mirrodin is struggling with this.
And you what? What did you do to my sister?
Is it gonna be a
Well,
nephew or a niece?
no, Mirrodin's like, well, I took her upstairs and
I'm
I
like,
used
okay.
I
You took her upstairs. Go
but I
on. Why are you
cured
taking her upstairs?
well, I cured her of her drunkenness, and
Okay.
I basically had to reject her advances.
So I'm gonna put my hands together and like kind of put like in a praying motion
Natalia's
on my
still on
forehead,
your back.
and I'm just okay. Well, I'm gonna be like, Vitalia, I need you to go to your room. Oh right. I'm gonna glare at Mirrodin and be like, "We're not done," and I'm gonna go put
Yeah.
Vitalia to bed.
Yep. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna as I go. I do go to put. I go to put her to bed.
Yeah, you go put Natalia to bed. She immediately kind of just like curls up into like a ball, like a cat when they go to sleep. She's not
I
even like sleeping like on the bed. Probably she just curls up like a cat.
I turn her into a dumpling with the blanket.
She is now a giant dumpling.
Perfect. As I go back down.
Okay.
And then look at Mirrodin.
And give him the words.
So I'm gonna be like, so let me get this straight. She comes home drunk, which is normal, right?
You remember her being super drunk last night. That's
Yes.
expected.
Yes. So she comes home drunk. You invite her up to her room, and you reject her. Did you confuse it? Maybe? Did you mean to? Did you make a sound like she was going to have sex with you? Did you get her excited? Like what happened here?
Mir, do you remember making her accidentally super fucking excited?
Yeah. Where was that?
I'm gonna clap my hands. Today, Mirrodin, what happened?
Yeah.
And I'm getting angry and
Excited her
angrier.
a bit. A lot.
Okay.
Accidentally. Mirrodin's like, I'm usually not this good at anything, whatever. But I did it in the wrong way.
So Mirrodin's gonna get even angry, I'm getting even angrier. Lev is getting angrier. And I'm going to grab Mirrodin by the scruff of his neck, and I'm gonna pull him close to me. So you got my sister happy, and you immediately broke her heart.
Mirrodin's like just totally expecting like everything. He's like, yeah, pretty much.
And then I give him a big ol' smack across the face, and I
to
say my goodnights.
hit.
Roll to hit. All right.
We just did dex check.
By the way, I do have him grappled technically because I have him by the scruff of the neck. So dex check.
Yeah, just dex check. Yeah, you slap him right across the face. There's like the loud, fleshy.
Yep. Do I take that damage?
I don't know what damage you would take.
Well, I mean, it's just a slap, so it'd be like your cheek stings basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Mirrodin was not gonna block.
And it is morning, I will point out, like just morning time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm gonna let Mirrodin go and be like, I don't know what I saw on you, and then I'm gonna leave for the day and not talk to anybody. I'm gonna go interrogate that guy without Mirrodin now.
Oh yeah, it's interrogation day. Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
Mirrodin, I mean, since it's at your job, you can technically go regardless of his approval, because it is at your job. So
You.
Yeah, no,
he is your coworker and technically partner in squad.
No, Mirrodin's gonna give him his space.
So you're gonna give up on your job?
Not gonna give up on the job, but
it's gonna be. Oh man, it's gonna be hard when one, you work at the same place, and two, you're in the same squad with each other, and there's only two of you in the squad right now.
wait. So like when Lev needs to go interrogate someone, he can't just go do something else, or they have to stick together.
I mean, you technically can. Lev was the one that was requested, but since you don't really have time off, like Lev had, Lev's time's off over now.
Yeah.
You can't really just like not do your job. This is day 2 of having a job.
Well, yeah, Mirrodin's still gonna go out and do patrol, but he's not gonna follow Lev to interrogation.
Okay.
So you're just gonna leave your partner to do all the dirty work?
Well, I mean, it was only you that was requested for this specific thing.
Right. But if you think about it, it's kind of like partnership with cops and things.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna leave your buddy cop to do all the work?
The social awkwardness of city life for Mirrodin.
Yeah.
I guess. Shit.
So you're gonna go with him, just like basically not interact with him, or
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of just stalking.
Basically, you walk like 20 feet behind him while he stomps his way to the guild.
Yep.
All right.
Just trying to follow without him.
All right. You do, as you're like walking to work and like you see people along the way, you hear about stuff. When you head into the guild, Charles Dune's there. He's currently practicing with like a rapier. He's kind of just trying to do like some practice thrusts. But every time he thrusts, he kind of like coughs in between.
Hmm.
Lev?
Sorry, what now?
So you go into the guild and you see your boss there practicing with a rapier, and every time he does like a practice thrust, trying to get back into shape, he's like coughing in between each time he swings.
You gonna make it through this world, man?
I hope.
Oh. As am I.
Now that you're here, sorry, this kind of comes at the last moment. He like sheathes his sword. And I'd like to introduce you to someone. And I would like you to take him into your squad, as no one else will.
I'm like, oh, why did nobody else take him?
Well, every squad that he's been with the guild for a while, but every squad that he's been with, everyone keeps dying.
But
I figure someone such as yourself probably fare a lot better, supposedly. Kind of like shifty eyes when he says that, supposedly.
Right. Well, we do need a third, and I remember Mirrodin.
He's just like, the camera like kind of just shifts to like to the side of your shoulder. Mirrodin's there in the background, and like it focuses in on him. Hi.
We do need a right. We need a third. Is he in today? I'd like to meet him first.
Yeah, he's Shadow actually just like looks around. He's like, oh, where did he go to? He knows he's around here somewhere. Ah, there he is. Lloyd, can you come over here? You see this Little halfling guy. Probably around your age. He has where is? Oh, here's the sheet. He's got like very dark brown hair. Almost looks black, but has like a bit of a brownish to it. He wears like a purple and gold robe with like a black sort of scarf wrapped around his shoulders. Carries around a staff, and his hair is like kind of like it's not long, but it's like messy.
Yeah.
Right. And
Okay.
yeah, he's this little halfling guy walks up to you. This is Lloyd.
I'll give him a bow or I'll let him bow and then I'll hold my hand out. Pleasure to meet you, Lloyd.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry, what? I couldn't hear that.
Charles kind of just walks up and puts his hand on Lloyd's shoulder. Lloyd, remember what we talked about? It's nice to meet you too. He does not seem very. He doesn't seem like he doesn't like you. Just like he doesn't seem like he has ever experienced happiness in his life. That's the vibe he gives. He just seems so depressed and sad.
Oh boy. Well, either way, I'm happy to have you on the team, Lloyd. What do you do? How can you perform for our squad?
He kind of just looks up at Charles doing like a kid because he's short.
Mm-hmm.
Lloyd, introduce yourself. You've been with the guild long enough, but I'm a war wizard.
Excellent. I've never had a war wizard on my team.
He's pure DPS.
Fantastic. I will do my best to keep you safe.
Good. I'm only level 1.
That is perfectly fine.
Every time I joined a squad and we were about to go do a mission, everyone usually ended up getting killed or trying to protect me, and well, me hiding under their bodies. I never really got much experience actually fighting.
Well, we can always fix that. You and I can always spar if we ever need to. I look to Mirda and like, I'm sure that loaf over there will help too.
Basically a team of spellcasters.
Yup.
So Mirrodin, you have this short little halfling guy. I'll show you his sheet or his picture. Doo-ba-doo. Lloyd.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's quite adorable.
This is a small. I must protect small.
Mirrodin's bread. Oh man, I am bread. The game. You think everyone else has no HP? He has single-digit HP.
Oh no.
Whoa. Oh shit.
You must protect small.
Must protect small.
Oh, and he doesn't look like he has much armor class either. He looks very vulnerable to anything that would hit him.
Uh-huh. Got it. Protect. Will protect.
He also mentions, I do have some limited healing spells as well.
Fantastic.
But he looks at you and like all your decked out shit that you have, both of you. And he's like, he kind of has this like anxiety. He's like, oh god, these guys are like legendary people.
Not quite there yet. But I appreciate the thought.
He's just like holding his staff. He's like, well, let's hope we survive one mission together.
You can count on it.
I won't.
I'm gonna pat him on the head while I do.
You'll probably regret that within the day.
And I remember Mirden. Yeah, I've regretted a few things.
See? He kind of just like gives up already.
I wink and I jest.
Yeah, Charlotte's looking at it, like, he just needs something to boost his confidence.
I'll gesture to Mirden. Well, since you're new, and Mirden's new, I will have you two stick together, because I have to go interrogate somebody.
Oh, yes, the prisoner is ready. Follow me. He looks at... Oh, you've never been to the interrogation rooms yet. Oh, it's glorious down there. Right next to where we keep the giant monster that Ronvalt's team brought in a couple weeks ago.
I'm sorry, what now?
Yes, that giant monster that we couldn't actually kill. Kept regenerating every time I tried to finish it off. So we put it in the illusion room.
The one that Vickle always fought, always followed Vickle, that one?
I don't know much about that, but it was the one that Ronvalt's team fought in the mines.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, we put it in the illusion room where its mind is constantly put in this state of, well, it can't get angry because it doesn't realize what's happening to it. And it's in this illusional space. As long as it stays there, it's docile. But we keep the door sealed and shut down completely. So as long as nothing happens to that, well, we don't have to worry about him causing us problems anymore. If we can't kill it, we can at least keep it docile and restrained.
Well, I guess we can only do what we can with it.
Until we can figure out either to reverse his mutation or, if it comes to that, kill him completely, which we still can't figure out. We're just gonna have to keep him there. He hasn't made any noise though, which is a good thing, but I'm wondering. Something that unstoppable.
Sometimes silence isn't always the best course.
Yes, like the city. It's been oddly quiet lately. Well, anyway, follow me.
I will follow you.
Yeah, him and Nancy both lead you down to the interrogation cells under the guild. And as you're walking through like the corridor, it's like deep underneath the guild. You do see like this sealed off section that that monster is kept in.
Yes. Okay then. I'm gonna get a little nervous, but then I'm going to muster myself and prepare for this interrogation.
Alright, so you arrive at the doors to the interrogation room. There's two doors. One door is for the people watching behind like the one-way mirror glass thing. And the other side is for you to enter and speak to the prisoner. Change the music. So you enter, it's just you entering. Lloyd goes into
Hold on.
room.
Whoa, my computer's going crazy. Hold on a sec, give me a sec.
Okay.
What the hell happened?
2020 happened. Oh no, it's Lloyd.
Jeez.
Causing everything.
Oh no. Okay, so I accidentally plugged the one screen, and everything got shifted over to my other screen.
Oh.
And it really messed with me.
It's like, oh god, things are happening and I don't understand. Alright.
Oh, I gotta fix my screens now. Hold on a sec. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
No worries. Trying to find a good song for this one. Nope, that's...
Oh my, that's a... Ooh.
No.
That was spoopy.
I guess that'll do. Spoopy isn't a word. Spoopy. Got spooked. Okay. Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Get my screen back up here. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm ready now.
Okay. So you enter the door, and inside is the black scale dragonborn, except he still has his armor on.
Alright, do I remember his name?
Ostrich.
Ostrich, okay.
Yeah. He is restrained, like he's cuffed
Mm-hmm.
and all that. He has anti-magic cuffs put on to use for the more problematic prisoners.
Right.
And yeah, the weird thing is he's still wearing his armor, his like mechanical armor, and it's fully repaired.
I'll raise an eyebrow and be like, still in your armor, I see. Well,
not my
pleasant
choice.
to see you. Oh, okay. Why is that? Mind me asking. I pull up my chair.
You hear on the intercom Charles Dune just like press the echo. It's bound to his flesh. We think it's cursed, but nothing works. You remove curse doesn't work.
Huh. Terribly sorry to hear that, friend.
Sure you are. He kind of gives you a look. It's like, oh, right. I remember you. So they brought you of all people to question me. It's like I'm being fucking insulted every second.
I'm like, I mean, I did bring you in, and we kind of had a normal chat. I do apologize for fooling you back then.
It's not that. My fucking robot got destroyed.
Yeah, again, I apologize for that as well. I was really hoping to not destroy it, but you really put up a fight.
Well, that's the point. It's a fucking robot suit.
Right. I was really hoping we could use it for the upcoming war, too.
Kind of, you can't see it because his armor is like full body head to toe.
Right.
But you can hear the sound of him just gritting his teeth really hard, angrily. And it's supposed to be used for the war.
I'm like, well, why didn't we have a chat? We could have avoided most of this.
Because I had intruders in my fucking hideout.
See, that's where it all starts. The issue is you're trying to do it on the back side, on the bad side of the coin.
And?
Well, maybe if you weren't trying to do this illegally and, side with certain murderers and killers and thieves, you would still have your robot and you'd be doing so much better.
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage because he is still pissed off with you for several other things.
Alright. Disadvantage?
Yeah.
That's not too bad. It's about average.
I mean, it's hard for you. Actually, it's impossible for you to roll below a 10.
Yep.
Never mind. He got a 16. That's on the die.
Yeah.
He's like, if I had more time, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Oh, what would happen if you had more time?
Well, my robot would have been finished.
Oh, it wasn't finished. That explains why I was able to beat it. I was wondering why a simple rogue and 2 other people were able to defeat such a great machine.
Rogue?
Sorry. I believe I misinterpreted myself here. I'm a bard. But I feel like a really suave rogue for some reason.
You sound more like a smug asshole.
It runs in the family.
Oh, God, there's more of you.
Oh, way more. I'm very sorry. He can't get rid of us. However, it is very unfortunate for you because I am not in a good mood. Therefore, you're probably not going to enjoy this nearly as much as I will. That being said, I need to know more about certain members of your association.
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific. We have a lot of fucking people. Like, a lot.
I grab a pen and paper. I'm like, well, let's start with all of it.
He's like, oh my god. And why would I do that?
Well, why not?
Why not? There's no reason for me to tell you anything.
Well, it would help for the war. I mean, what if we all lose the war, and then what is there for? Oh, I don't know, for you to rule, I guess. To swindle, to steal, to rob and murder and kill.
You
What
hear
would you
just
do?
like him like snorting, laughing under his helmet. Just you guys might lose the war, sure.
Well, you never know what might happen. With that being said, I need to know what is going on. You haven't had any plans or moves, or the city's been far too quiet. What are the higher ups planning?
Probably the same thing you guys are, so nothing really different. I told you that robot was meant to be used for the war. If you think that
Who might I talk to in order to strike a chord with? Make a deal with, if that makes sense for you.
oh, trust me. He kind of gestures to his armor. You don't really want to make deals with these people. Unless you're in it for the long run. Like, full-on life commitment, whether you like it or not.
That explains your sorriness.
But at least it repairs itself, so...
That also explains why it's not beaten up and busted anymore.
Yeah, his armor looks like brand new store-bought.
Huh. It's very shiny.
Yeah, if I could move my hands, I would be doing air quotes. Gift from my master.
Who's your master?
Well, if you guys don't know already, her name is Helkin.
I write it down. Alright, well, we don't believe I know Helkin, but I have a few more questions. We'll hold on to Helkin for now.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Could you explain to me the night the hospital was attacked? There was a big thunderstrike, and unfortunately, we've lost a few people. What happened there?
Oh, that. He's actually literally trying to remember because he was doing something else at that time. The only lightning I really remember is the one I shot through your coworker. That idiot that is obsessed with Loon. Is he still alive? I shot a lightning bolt through him and he crashed to a building, so...
Oh. You mean Lumine?
I didn't catch his name. White-haired feller, young...
Yeah, yeah, no, okay, I know who you're talking about now. I understand. Did you leave him alone?
Well, I mean, he attacked me. I was literally not even trying to engage in combat that night.
That didn't go according to plan, now did it?
Well, I get attacked from behind in the middle of the night. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna fight back. What do you expect?
You know what, that's totally fair. I would do the same thing.
Yeah. I may have, crushed his pride a little, made him lose his will to fight when all of his abilities seemed to do zero effect on me and he couldn't get a leg up, and I shot a bolt of lightning through him.
I shrug. It kind of sounds like self-defense a bit, but you did attack me too, so it goes both ways.
I mean, you came into my hideout.
See, now, the fact you use hideout just kind of gives me
Technically,
reason to do it.
that giant lumbering idiot attacked first.
Right. I don't like to talk about him, though. Let's not talk about him. He got arrested.
You hear just the most joy a life form could ever express in his laughter.
I'm like, we agree on things. Would you be willing to share more information?
Roll a persuasion. Just regular.
Normal?
Yeah, just regular persuasion.
Okay.
You're getting somewhere.
There we go.
19. Roll for him. Fine. What do you want specifically?
Well, I need to know more about Helkin and who the, I don't know, I guess leaders of the syndicate is.
Well, Helkin's a god, so
Okay. That's troublesome.
yeah.
God. Tap, tap, tap on the notepad.
Yeah, the goddess of villains, to be specific. As long as crime and villainy exist, her power grows.
Shit.
That's
Well,
that's why instead of keeping, well, she has plenty of strong people, sure, but she mostly keeps just a massive amount of grunts to commit crimes. As the more her domain is having an influence in this world, her power grows.
right. So her power would be at all-time low now, wouldn't it? Because nothing's really happened in the past night, too.
Yeah. Yes and no. Nothing out in the open has happened, sure. But sometimes things happen behind the scenes, underground, figuratively.
Got it. That's enough tongue in cheek. I can understand what you mean. Well, Ostrich, a few more questions. More personal questions more than anything. This armor that you have on you, how does it bind you to her? Does it make it so you can't work against her, or you can't?
Basically, this armor is bound to my flesh. Physically bound to my flesh.
Right.
Removing it would probably kill me.
Got it.
And
so you're just trapped inside there then.
Yes, like I said, as if I could do air quotes, gift from my master.
Got it.
This is
well,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, having a Dark Lord plate armor is pretty good. Doesn't get much better than this.
I'll be like, but how do you do? And I gesture with my finger and fingers as finger and hole.
You hear a metal hatch open somewhere.
That is hilarious, and I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear you're still not. Yeah. Well, I guess at least you're able to enjoy the pleasures of life. All right. Well, with that said, would you be willing to help us in the war effort? Maybe we could, I don't know, have you team up with another tinkerer. Maybe we can slap together another piece of armor or robotics for you.
That would take years to make.
Hmm.
Building a robot suit is not something that can be done in a short period of time. Even if you had all the materials and the proper tools and workshop, it still takes years to make it function alone.
Right. However, just your knowledge with well, is he a tinkerer?
He is an artificer, and yeah, from the looks of him, when you first met him, he was working on the robot. He was installing some new parts.
Well, I'll bring up. Well, I mean, your skills are very. What's the word I'm looking for?
Useful.
Yeah, but that's too boring of a word for me. I was looking for something more flamboyant.
Better than what you got?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's what I would go with.
Anyways, the point is, we could definitely use your help in whatever war effort we can muster. Maybe you can, I don't know. We have plenty of tinkerers that would be able to use the knowledge you have. Would you be willing to, if you, I guess, promise, I do air quotes, to, not go back for the work for the crime syndicate?
Well, see, the thing with that is there's no leaving them. Even if I don't choose to go back, they won't let me leave.
Well, what has you bound?
You kind of gesture to the armor. This is a cursed armor from a god. Do you think she does not have any control over me in any capacity?
Fair point.
You don't know the full extent of what she could really do.
No, but that's why we are here talking. I need you to specify. I need to know everything I can about her. That's how you're helping me.
That would take. Kind of just like wanders his head around and that would take. I mostly just do the like all the tech stuff with the organization. I work on that. That's my purpose in the crime syndicate. Right? The other stuff, like the stuff Grisham was doing with the mutations, the blood of that child, like I don't know fuck about that.
Right, but blood of which child?
The the oh god, I don't even know her name. The little
Can you
girl that
describe her?
he's like the little girl you idiots rescued like a few months ago.
Do I know he's talking about?
You would have actually you weren't even in the guild at that time.
No.
Because you're relatively new too. Roll. I mean, it's something that happened in the city, and it became public afterwards.
I mean, I could put two and two together with Ruby and everybody
Roll
else.
a. It would have to be a history with disadvantage because, like,
Okay.
you know for a fact a lot of people, including children,
Yeah.
have been kidnapped in the past. 12. You do like he mentions that, and you do
I know
remember.
of the child.
You know, have several child.
Yeah.
But you do know that Ruby mentioned that they found Luvi in a crime syndicate facility down in the Undercity district.
Yeah. I'll start describing
mu-
some of the children.
Yeah, like where mutations and zombies and stuff like that were being conducted. Experiments for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. So I would know that it was Luby.
You don't know if it's her specifically because it could have been another child.
Right. Well, then I'll say, can you specify what she looks like?
I think she had orange hair or red, orangey red, whatever. She was a ginger.
Got it.
9-ish, maybe. I don't know. And
Got it.
that's all I know. It wasn't wasn't my field. I'm mostly indoor building shit.
All right. Well.
Oh, I do remember one thing. It was with all the undead that happened. In the Undercity.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently Grisham went fucking psycho. Turned all the people that was under his supervision, including his captives, mutated them all, but they all failed and turned into zombies. By the way, that's what happens when a mutation serum fails. They turn into undead.
Huh. That actually explains something that actually explains one of the hideouts.
I mean, there's several, but from what
The
I
one
heard.
that my higher ups.
Sorry, what?
Uh, who was on the one with? I think Lumine went down there too.
Yeah, the one that I
Uh,
shot, the lightning. He was the guy that he went down there after Loon kind of caved in half the fucking district.
right. Those two are strong, too strong for their own good.
Well,
I'm actually
clearly,
quite surprised you were able to take on them. They,
clearly not strong enough.
yeah, fair enough. Not everybody is suited for certain enemies. You did give us a struggle as well.
Well, yeah.
And calm down, I'm not here to stroke your ego.
Oh, I thought you were. You hear the hatch
Ah.
open again?
I'm actually gonna laugh at that because I was like, "Damn, that was actually pretty fucking smooth."
It's like, oh, hey,
But no,
don't stop.
I'm sorry. You're in no position to ask that.
Oh, you tease.
I'll wink at him and then be like,
You
"All
can't
right."
you can't tell if he's winking or not.
Oh no. Uh, well then. Um, I'm gonna give you a few minutes to see if you can remember anything else. I'm gonna go talk to some higher ups and see if they have any questions for you as well.
Well, I'm not going anywhere, so yeah, whatever.
Set tight, and I'm gonna leave the room and then talk to my boss. See if he has any
Okay.
other questions.
So you head into the viewing room, and Charlotte Dune's like, "Holy shit, that's the most we've ever gotten out of him."
I'm like, I just had a conversation with somebody. That was it.
Well, I mean, the rest of us, he kind of just he doesn't flip us off, but we get the feeling he's flipping us off.
Yeah, I get the feeling he did that to me at first.
Oh, he clearly was, but man, you buttered him up real good.
It's all in a bard's work.
Wow. Oh, we knew Helkin was a god, but oh, I didn't notice some of the specifics that he mentioned until now. So they
Right.
are technically against the cult that's coming here, so
Right.
that might explain why they haven't been doing much. They might be amassing their forces like we are.
Indeed.
At the very least, I can count on a third party to help.
Be cautious of a stab in the back, of course.
Well, yeah.
Definitely defend our VIPs.
What he said is troubling and makes sense with their patterns. They do have lots of strong people, sure, but they keep a large number of just grunts to commit crimes. That would explain why Helkin is a goddess of villainy.
Makes sense.
The more crimes that are committed, her influence in this domain strengthens. Well, why hasn't she come out here herself?
Ah.
I mean, she must
Maybe
be.
fear of Loon? I
But
mean, that would make sense now.
he's been out of commission for a while. She's had plenty of opportunity to do something. No, wait. She couldn't risk something like that with the army on its way. Huh. Leon saved us again. Kind of.
True.
Oh,
I'm sure she can't survive without our help, and we can't survive without hers.
but the child he was speaking of, I can confirm this was a child named Luvi. She
It just kind of clicks in my ears, and I'm wide-eyed. Mm.
Yes, the one that your friend kind of just just like that suave eyebrow raise. And he says
Yeah,
your
friend.
friend that adopted her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah. Well. I might need to go check on some people.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
He like his eyes wide. Oh.
It explains her demeanor. I'll, I gotta, I gotta cheer her up somehow. With that said, though, boss, was there any other questions you had specifically for him?
I mean,
I don't think I can get anything else really out of him, but I mean, I tried to get some knowledge for the war effort, but he seems, unless we actually get a tinkerer in to speak specifics, I don't think I'll be able to help out.
well, the only other one is Mickey, but she's currently busy with her project. Kind of
Think
like,
this guy could help?
mm, here's the thing. As much as his skills would be useful, given the situation, I'm not sure if I'd want him helping with a war machine.
Fair point.
But if he could maybe blueprints, design plans, anything that he's built, we could, just add to our arsenal. It might not be able to be built right away, but it would help in the future.
Well, I'd be more than happy to ask him if he has any of those secretly hidden somewhere else.
Well, he seems to have lots of compartments in that armor of his.
Oh boy. Yeah, he does. Let me tell you what. I definitely heard a thunk.
Well,
Well,
do you want to go back in and try again, or perhaps give it some time, let him sit on it a bit?
blueprints if possible.
Um, as like Charles like asking, what do you how do you want to continue going about this? You do notice through the viewing glass, he's like kind of like gesturing to get your attention. He can't see you, but he knows that you
Hmm.
can see him.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like gesturing his head at the. He's basically pointing his face at the intercom button.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll hold the intercom button for him and.
So you press the button. Uh, so, um, well, he's like panically looking around the room. The reason I'm telling you all this is I'm already dead.
I'm sorry. What now? And I'm gonna rush into the room.
The moment you leave the room, that you're the viewing room, you all feel a rumbling from the surface.
Oh,
Then an explosion. And then a whole bunch of screaming. And I have to use the washroom.
okay. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so disappointed in Mirden.
I'm sorry.
Oh, why would you play with her heart?
Honestly, I don't think that would work. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Because, I mean, Lev sleeps around with lots of women, but he never makes them cry.
You make them upset. Your spirit.
No, We have a good
Your
time.
spirit's always upset with you because you're
Oh.
eyeing all the other women.
That's not even a thing, though. If anything, just manifestation of my imagination.
Which is telling you something because she's always mad at you.
What now?
She's not mad at me. She's mad at everybody else.
I specifically remember Jordan making her out to be bad at you.
Who?
She's just saucy. It's okay.
Who?
My summoned face spirit.
Oh, yes. Jealous girlfriend is how I...
Yes. She's just jealous. She's not mad. There's a difference.
No, not that one. Where is... Where's the fucking... I had one that I wanted to use for this next scene. Or did I get rid of it? I couldn't have gotten rid of it. It's under the scary ones.
Spooky.
Almost. That'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do. Anyway, so yeah, rumbling, then an explosion, and then a whole bunch of screaming from ground level. But as you leave the room, you're about to run down the hallway. Is everyone leaving the room, I'd imagine? Meriden?
Yes.
Okay. So you all head outside the room. You, your boss, Nancy, Lloyd, Meriden. What's his name? Ostrich still in his room. He's kind of cuffed. You see down by the sealed off section a large demonic centaur standing next to the door to the sealed off area.
Is it who I think it is?
She looks down the hallway with this big devilish shit-eating grin. Guten Tag, and kaboom! She explodes the door in a huge fiery explosion that destroys most of the hallway, and then she teleports out of there.
Gotcha. Cool.
As the fire and the smoke, well, they're not clearing, but you hear through the fire and the flames and the rubble falling apart, you hear a deep, grisly breathing. And then you see a massive hand appear out of the room, and it lifts the top of the door frame up, just pushes the whole door frame and the ceiling upwards. And crawling out of the room is a different creature than what you remember when Ronvolt and his team brought it in. It's much bigger. Tentacles coming out of its back. Its size is like a mini kaiju.
Cool.
And it begins pushing its way out of the room. It's too big for the hallway. It's trying to, like... It comes out of the room. It's trying to, like... Its shoulders are, like, squished between the walls of the hallway, but it's, like, pushing it outwards with its muscles. And it begins, like, trying to claw its way towards you. It's, like, it's prone, but it's, like, the size of a bus coming towards you. Right? It realizes it can't quite wedge its way towards you all the way, so it then just starts pushing its back up against the wall. You see its tentacles there coming out of its back, pushing against the ground, and just big, heavy pushes against the ceiling. And eventually it just jumps through the building.
Ah.
And a large portion of the guild hall is now collapsing.
We're gonna evacuate.
Alright, roll me a survival, because there
I'm
is...
rolling the spell. That's what I'm rolling.
Okay, you touch a willing creature for the duration. The target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. The target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as manacles or a creature that has grappled. Finally, being underwater poses no penalty. Okay, so you're able to move through it, but you're still moving through fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. Remember, she exploded. And it's only
Yes.
targeting one person.
Well, I use freedom movement on myself, and then I'm going to, if you don't mind me using Warding Wind.
Right? Yeah, because freedom movement's not concentration. So
Yep.
warding wind. So yeah, you're just everyone's around you while the wind around you it just pushes the flames away. And so everyone roll me, because again the building is also collapsing and you're underground. So everyone roll a survival, but with advantage as your spellcaster is pumping spells.
All right. Great advantage, Andrew.
Don't worry, that's still a pass.
I know.
I gotta roll for Lloyd. Wow, you just got this guy in your team and already. Survival.
Already he is
17.
not surviving.
No, he survives.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, since you had the winds up, you don't get affected by the flames. So you managed to get yourself out of the collapsing building. The guild hall is on fire above ground.
Get it.
That was probably what that explosion earlier was. Let's see here.
Got it.
Survival. Yeah, you beat survival. On the surface, as you escape the collapsing guild hall, you hear screams and buildings being destroyed. You make your way back up, only to find that many people that were in the guild are fucking dead. Either exploded or ripped apart or crushed under a giant footprint. All the armaments are on fire.
Jeez.
Yeah, and there's the majority of the guild hall floor is just a crater as it was collapsing down from explosions and a giant creature jumping up through it.
Damn.
It seems to have left the guild and went out onto the main street, and you hear buildings being tackled down. And people seem to have already started engaging with it.
Well, I'm gonna go back them up.
Right.
Wait! Any survivors?
Roll a perception.
Ah, crap. I'm bad at those.
Mirrodin's not bad at them. Come on.
Perception.
It's your job. 26.
Thank God!
The people in the guild hall, you're the only ones that survived. That were
Holy shit.
Yeah, explosions and a giant creature rampaging through them.
Got it.
And also the building collapsed. Besides some of the outer walls, there's not much of a guild hall.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, your boss is alive, Lloyd's alive, you're alive, Meredith's alive, and Nancy's alive.
Yay, Nancy! Alright!
Mirrodin, though, no one here in the main hall but is alive. Everyone's fucking dead. But you do hear something coming from the infirmary.
I'm gonna dart my eye at Mirrodin and tell him to go save whoever's in the infirmary.
The guildmaster goes with you, Mirrodin, to help anyone who's in the infirmary. Nancy goes with you, Lev, and so does Lloyd.
Yeah.
Right?
We're gonna go.
Yeah, you split up. Voss. Voss?
He's muted still.
Justin.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Over in the clinic, you hear pretty much that shit going on. Explosions, buildings, screaming, because it's literally, you see the smoke from your daughter's clinic as you went there to basically help out the next day. Yeah, she's looking at you, and she's like, "Oh shit!" She darts out the door.
Run after her.
Yeah, you start running towards the explosions and the screaming, and in the distance, towering above some of the buildings, you see this massive fucking creature standing well over 30 feet tall. It has tentacles like fucking... tentacles like a tentacle monster coming out of its back. It has...
How far is it from me currently?
You're gonna have a bit of a run, but you're all running. This is all happening simultaneously. You see people like city guard, other heroes, remember, that were like around the city and all that. You see them all like running towards this this creature, and the explosions are getting ready to engage it. There's already people like that were nearby that already started fighting it, and a lot of people
It's
are
been
already...
a day, so I have one of my rages back and my javelin
You're
lightning charge.
you're at full power.
Alright.
Yeah. And Lev and everyone, you're just coming out of... I'm gonna move these guys. Yeah. Hold on. Just getting the map ready here. Alright. So, you basically come into what's happening here.
Okay, quick question.
Mhm.
Just so I can picture it. The Heroes Guild is right here on the map, yeah?
Hold on. Where?
It's already outside, right?
Yeah, it's about like here perhaps. And you're running down the street from here. So you're coming from the north.
And I'm in right about here, you said? Is the clinic?
You're...
You pointed out here
I think
before.
it was like around there.
Yeah.
So you're like coming out through here and then racing down.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, yeah. You and your daughter are both running. She is a monk, so she knows how to fight. But Lev, as soon as you come out, because you're right in front of all this, you see already, like, several people that engaged with the thing are already out of commission. People thrown into buildings. As you approach this thing and as it's standing up, you see this massive, hulking creature. It has like this tannish yellow skin. Its chest is a giant, gaping, bony maw, and inside of it are one of your coworkers currently being crushed and consumed.
Which one is it?
Roll a history.
Oh boy.
You've never really worked with him, but you've gotten to know a few of the people. This was a Aarakocra man. He was like a crow Aarakocra.
From what I see of him, is he already dead?
His currently being crushed, like a giant monster is currently eating him, but his mouth, the creature's mouth, is its chest.
Right. So the Aarakocra is pretty much dead.
He's mush. You can see parts of his body, like you see his head, right? He's clearly dead, and then his skull just gets crushed into bones and paste.
Got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, in one of his tentacles is another member of the Heroes Guild that you know. She's actually the daughter to one of the elites in the guild. She is currently, you know that scene in Overlord when he hugs that woman to death?
Oh no.
Imagine that, but it's a tentacle.
So, is she actually dead yet? Because if not, I'm gonna use a shatter on that tentacle to try and get her.
She is clearly crushed. You also see one of the city guard members that was like a robot knight. He's an automaton. He is currently crushed to pieces underneath this creature's foot.
Got it.
Yeah, you see in front of you he's unconscious. He doesn't seem too dead, but he's unconscious. In front of you is another Heroes Guild member. He dresses similar to that of a bard, but he does not use bard magic. He uses something with his blood. You remember seeing him do weird shit.
Oh, got it.
And also another one you see is oh god, what was her name? Basically this tiger, not quite a tabaxi. She looks human, but she has cat ears and a cat tail, but more like a tigress.
Okay.
She's currently thrown into a building. She's just like, you see her tail and her ass sticking out of the building. She's unconscious. Several people have thrown through buildings. Yeah, why would I just, do that?
Oh, hey, there we go.
I just wanted to describe it's like, oh god, what are we getting into? So yeah, you see all this currently happening. You see several people already engaged and getting their asses whipped.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. And boss, you are just coming down from the north end, up the street there. And Lev, you can see up past the creature, coming out of another side alley, is Ruby and her dojo instructors.
Nice. Cool. Good.
Yeah, and we definitely do not have enough time for this, so we're gonna end the session here because it's 10 now.
Yeah.
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 This will take forever.
He's the big one.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. We'll leave this here. Oh yeah, I gotta get Lloyd's sheet and put it there. Where's Lloyd? There's Lloyd. Lloyd. Actually, Meriden, you're technically still in the guild. Abby shows up, and she has her fucking crossbow ready to murder.
Good.
So, get ready for a really, really impossible fight. But you have 1 million people helping you, half of which are unconscious or dead.
Yay.
Yay. And now your guild hall is destroyed. And Phoebe is nowhere to be seen. It's her fucking teleporting ass.
How dare she?
Mm-hmm.
The audacity.
Can you move the Birdman away so we can see what it looks like full picture?
Full picture? I just do that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's currently still being chewed on, so keep it in there.
Crunch.
Yeah, just your blood's just oozing out of its chest, mouth. And yeah, this thing is big. He's taller than a lot of the buildings that are here. He also tackled through a few on the way.
So what's its lower half look like?
Lower half? Hold on, I will actually, as soon as I find where I put it, because I kind of need the... no, we have to go show. There you go. That's what it looks like, basically.
Oh,
Got
fuck.
Yeah. So
Got it.
So that, about on the size scale, like, in its tentacles, it can hold and crush, like, full bodies, like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's got them big-ass claws. It's got a big old mouth that's eating people. He has a skull, but, like, it has no discerning features, as its mouth is now its chest.
Right.
Does the skull look like it has the eyes for it, or is
the
it
eyes...
sensing some other way?
You're not quite sure. You'd have to get in close to figure it out. You're kind of looking at it from behind, Voss.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, Lev can see its front from where he's standing.
Lev has a plan. I don't think it'll work, but I got a plan.
Okay, what's this plan?
I don't know if I should tell you. Yup.
Not gonna tell?
Yeah, don't tell.
Okay.
Don't tell the DM your devious plans. It's a terrible idea, especially before battle.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we're gonna end session here.